production site. So I specifically asked the CEO of the company, Mr. Sonhyungso, William, to give an overview for biocha market in Korea. I think he could give a very good presentation on the topic, and we also have a few other industry chemicals today. So please welcome to his presentation.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for visiting our plant yesterday. And I would like to introduce 경동바이오차, the aspects of engineering. Firstly, I'd like to explain what kind of company we are, 경동 Development. This is a family business, and we are a leading company in energy industry, including natural gas, coal, household residential boiler. Our company is specialized in also in industrial materials, refractories, steel making process, quicklime, and biochar, as well as nickel reprocessing. We started our business since 1967 as a coal briquette, and now we have many branches around the world, mostly in energy sector. Our main business is related with steel processing, but most of the business that we have diversified is based on the limited source of energy, and we wanted to do something more interesting with limited resources, which became to the question, why did we start biochar business from the start? We knew that there was a growing demand of eco-friendly material, and people want to start with organic farming, well-being materials. Also, there is severe conditions in our in Korean agricultural soil condition due to the excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, which is becoming stronger and stronger every day. So we wanted to do something that is sustainable. Being coal out of coal mine, producing nickel. There's always going to be an end to it, and we want to do something meaningful and adapt to climate change. So this is why we chose biochar as a business. Although there's no carbon credits executed in Korea, but we hope that soon there's going to be a carbon credit that will probably balance out the current subsidies that we are getting from the Korean government. So I had two challenges when starting this business. One is that we have to produce biochar at competitive price. There is a market price, and it's driven very heavy, and most of them are even cheaper than our raw material. So we have to find a way to do mass production, which we have found this. I think I found a solution to this challenge. And the second challenge was to overcome this conservative purchasing habit of the domestic agricultural market. Most of the agriculture average age of the farmers are very high, and there are a lack of shifts in the younger generations moving to agricultural sector. So it's really hard to convince them. We've been working for 20 years this way, but biochar is better. So please use that. So this was another challenge and we are still ongoing with this challenge. So regarding the first challenge, to make the biochar competitive market price, we had to create a mass production system. which is on average around 3.5 tons per hour base. And for those people who visit our site, probably seen all the process. But basically, it contains of a drying process and carbonization and packaging and that's it. Currently, we're selling our product as a soil conditioner, but also with nutrient solution batch. We have two patents. One is on our carbonization silo kiln, and the other one is the biochar material itself, processed at our condition. It doesn't only include the biochar itself, but it extends to the value-added products, which includes biochar and microorganisms, and biochar with chemical fertilizer or organic fertilizers. The most interesting point for our kiln is that our purpose is to make the biochar, not to create a gas and use biochar as a byproduct or make a wood vinegar. So basically, you have to maximize the energy of gas and turn into energy. So we call it a zero energy system, but basically it's not completely zero, but with at the minimum level. So we have dramatically reduced the energy cost to carbonize by using the off gas and the syngas back into the kiln. We have two types of products. There's a low temperature biochar and high temperature biochar. We can create them both, but this is about the economy. If we create the high temperature biochar, our capacity will reduce and create higher cost. But instead, the carbon will increase and the pH will also increase, and most of them you already know about the biochar characteristics. But we have chosen to sell the low biochar because according to our own lab test, we didn't really find a big difference between the low temperature biochar and high temperature biochar when it is deposited to the land. This is just a layout, milling, drying, carbonization process, screening side, and crushing side. Sorry, it was the other way back. So from the left, right to the left. Recently, we have automated all the system because the labor is becoming more expensive, and we wanted to have a stable system to reduce the human error, because this is a delicate maneuver that you have to pull when there is a certain unexpectancy. So nowadays it's very stable, consists of only 4 people in our system. So now the challenge 2. What challenges do we still have regarding the continuing pattern? Well, we are working with the Korean Agricultural Cooperative Federation, which is called 농협. They are consistently giving the lectures and performing the trial field tests to convince the farmers that biochar, in fact, is better than the previous habits or pattern. The most important thing today in Korea is that the repetitive farming is not possible because the salinity, high level of salinity and the chemical fertilizer is just making the soil over nutrient, and this symptom is making the farmers to stop 1 year of income, just move on until the soil regenerates again. And people already been told that biochar is good, but it is more expensive than the other fertilizers, and they are uncertain on if they are really getting the competitive price regarding the performance. So this is something that we have to convince them too. Another one is the legal and institutional laws. The regulation of Korean fertilizer, it prohibits using biochar in certain products. I mean, what is biochar? And I always find this question really difficult to explain to people, because if I just say it's a soil improver, but if I mix with chemical fertilizer, then what does it become? Instead of fertilizer or biochar that is soil improver with the feature of fertilizer? I mean, if I have to convince the government, I have to find a logic to this. So the same question, what is the biochar? I always find this very, very difficult to explain to the individuals, depends on what their interest is. But I already know that it improves the soil, it improves the environment. It will increase the income to the farmers in terms of yield, and also the human health. I will just skip this because I think I'm going to take a long time. And our future products consist of 6 main items. One is the soil improvement. This is just the pure biochar itself, which is already on sales. And the other one is the pure biochar with the microorganism. So microbial activity will be enhanced since they got the shelter called biochar. The other one is a slow release fertilizer, which is our main patented product. That we expect this to be very strong on sale. We basically inject the chemical fertilizer NPK, and depends on the customer demand. And then we coat them. So eventually it's going to release the chemical very slow, and after some time, then the only thing that would be left in the ground will be carbon. The other one is the big growing market in Korea, medium bed. Nutrient culture bed soil is also more effective than the traditional product, which is used mostly on rock wool and cocoa peat. The 2 other products, organic fertilizer and livestock manure compost, we know this is really good. We have tried it and we always got a positive result, but we cannot sell this due to the regulation. And again, I don't know if I should say this is a biochar with the features of this livestock manure compost. So we've done lots of field studies since we've done this business for 5 years, and we have 28 field tests with various vegetables and fruits. And this year, this first half of this year, we sold 2,000 tons. This was our first sale, and great. And second half of the year, it's 7,000 tons. And next year, we expect double size of this, so it's going to be a good year. Some customer review is that I would like to focus on the medium bed, which had a really, really good result. Because what problem did the previous cultural bed, nutricultural bed had, was that after 1 or 2 years of use, it's going to clog the water sewage system, because cocoa peat will probably it's compacted, and also there's also a problem with insect and plant disease through the decay of cocoa peat. Another issue that they had was that it's hard to deposit the exact amount of nutrient dosage after 1 or 2 years of usage. On the other hand, since biochar had no problem with the water retention and water flowing system, so they could always put the right amount of nutrient And this really promoted the root growth. As you can see on the picture on the left side is the one with the biochar, and the one is the typical bed soil. And some more test results. We didn't make up this result. This really is what it is. Had a very, very positive result. 62% of 74% of in terms of size and weight. So back to the government policies. Currently, there are 3 types of fertilizer in Korea: organic fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer, and other. Other is derived from inorganic fertilizer. So the top 2, inorganic fertilizer and other categories, we can fit in there by mixing biochar to another compound fertilizers. On the other hand, anything to do with organic fertilizer, biochar is illegal to use. And you can see the budget. Just for the soil improvement, it's nothing to do with the fertilizer, but it is 69 million USD. The government is paying out the subsidies. On the other hand, for the organic fertilizer, it's 186 million USD, which is very, very big market. But biochar really should be in there. And this is what we're going to work on. So we have made an interesting biochar of our own through our own lab test by balancing out the carbon ratio to the organic matter ratio. We have a mass production system, and we are contributing something beneficial to society. And we are planning to expand our plant or scale our carbonization plant to anybody who's interested. We're planning to export as well if there is a buyer. And the last thing that we really wish to focus to is that government regulation is removed. Thank you very much.